the channel. Long time no speak. It has been about 3 or 4 months since I last spoke to you. Like, my last video went up in April and that was it. I ghosted you guys. I'm so sorry guys. I will get more into it, but I am back and I've got a plan. One that is more manageable with my lifestyle, which hopefully means I'll be giving you regular content without having these big bursts of like stopping in terms of providing it. Although I have been regularly uploading on YouTube Shorts, which I believe is where I got a lot of new followers from. So if you're here because of that, hello. This is the OG part of the channel. The long form content started first before the short form content, and yeah, we're back. We're back, baby. So yeah, I am back after a long time off. I was in the middle of a room makeover in our rental home and I just completely wiped out, like completely just was like done, dusted and stuff like that, and it's taken me a while just to kind of recuperate and do everything. But at the same time, I have discovered short form content primarily on TikTok. I'll link it all down below, and yeah, I just kind of found my groove and found that for my lifestyle the short form content worked, but I missed the long form content. I miss chatting to you guys, I miss doing all this stuff, so I decided not to like rush back into things. I very much have like had September in my head as, you know, new starts, new beginnings and all that type of stuff, so I very much wanted to like make sure that, you know, I kind of was building up and having something a bit more manageable, doing a bit more bulk batching in terms of what I can do, but also not planning too far in advance with content so that it's still real time and realistic and stuff like that. But I will say, if you are more interested in it, like life, everyday, real time stuff, follow me on Instagram. I'm not posting as much like on the feed or anything like that. I'm very much treating it as like a visual diary. Reels is a bit different. But in terms of like up-to-date stuff, I'm constantly uploading stories all the time, so that kind of gives you more of an insight there. And like I said, go follow me on TikTok because it's really taken off. Like, I didn't expect it, but it's such a fun platform to be on. Everyone's so nice, everyone's so kind, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying being on that platform. So we're here for a little bit of a catch-up video. We're starting short and sweet. I've got a few things to kind of like update you on and stuff like that, and I thought I'd just take you about my day as I kind of update you as to what's going on and whatnot. So I think the first thing I want to kind of talk about is just sort of like what is happening with the YouTube channel and like the schedule of everything and whatnot. So I am coming back with like every other day videos on a Thursday for you guys. Look to my analytics, that's the day that everyone tunes in for. So I'm back every other Thursday with a video. I'm gonna see about doing like every week videos for Vlogmas. Last year I kind of did like Monday to Friday through, I think, I can't even remember, and I think that's kind of where the burnout started. So I think I might do like one video a week and do more of like a weekly vlog during the Christmas time, because I love the Christmas time. I really do. It's my favorite season. Like, September also is the beginning of autumn to me. I know I'm way early, but I mean, with the weather we're having in the UK, I'm ready for like just nice autumnal vibes and everything like that. I'm ready to put some knitwear on, so I'm very much looking for more of seasonal content, so I'm very excited to be doing that. But yes, these kind of little vlog videos, maybe a couple of room makeovers. We don't have much planned for the rest of the year, although I do have the final home office makeover that obviously was filmed before I took the break. It just needs editing. That's coming out in 2 weeks time, so I can kind of finish off that room and you can see the final reveal of everything. But yes, every other week video. I am though going to be bringing out a video every Tuesday, but it's not going to be like this type of video. It's going to be something different, which I kind of can't wait to tell you about, because this has been a long time coming. By the way, I put this on because I saw it hanging in my wardrobe and I was like, I need to wear it because so much memories. And as I'm filming this, she's back in Wembley, hopefully announcing rep in a couple of days. No, I have something to kind of tell you about on Tuesday, but before I tell you that, I'm going to kind of crack on with the rest of my day and I'm going to kind of take you guys along with me. So I need to go and pick up some supplements from the health store, just kind of refills of everything that I'm already using, and then I need to skedaddle myself over to the big M&S food hall near Harrogate, which has become a bit of a bougie ritual for me. Do I need to go all that way for food? No, there's an M&S food hall around the corner for me, but Does it have the best selection of stuff? It does, and it's quite nice. It's nice to get in the car, listen to a podcast, kind of clear my head and everything like that. So let me take you guys along, and yeah, I'll kind of let you know what the kind of next step of content creation is. Okay, I'm back in the car and I am very aware of how public I am. I already have a couple getting out of the car that are just staring at me talking to you, so we're gonna do what we do. Oh, and the couple that is parked in front of me is now coming. Oh god. I'm just gonna have to get used to it, guys. I'm just gonna have to get used to vlogging in public again. So I'll see if I can try and push. Nope, can't do it. I'll wait until they're gone 1 second. Okay, we're back to performing now they've gotten in the car. But yes, I just got out of Holland & Barrett where I just grabbed my supplements that I love to take. I'm kind of going through something at the moment in terms of getting a diagnosis for something. I will talk about it more once I do have the official thing, but I am very much reading and researching and looking at things that can support some of the symptoms that I'm going through at the moment, but also just general health and wellness, guys. I've hit that age where I'm just like, it's time to look after the body so it can keep doing its thing, you know, for the years to come. So I do take quite a few. I'm that goopy person. I love a goopiness kind of thing. But yeah, I have a couple here to kind of keep me going and whatnot. So the first being this one. This is my omega-3 fish oil tablet. I hate taking these, but they're so good for me. I have very dry, dehydrated, sensitive skin. This is amazing for that, but it's also good for brain and heart function, which my family doesn't have the best heart or brains. There's a kind of family's history there, so whatever I can do to help and support it, I very much will do. I then have a multivitamin that I just take because, you know, why not, guys? And then I have a vitamin D tablet, which is a must here in the UK. I told my GP this and I got that GP nod of approval when I told them I was taking vitamin D, because I think everyone kind of in the health world can agree that in the UK we do not get enough sun to kind of produce vitamin D, so it's great to take a supplement. And I also have an iron supplement at home, which I didn't need to restock because I already have enough there. The coastal grandmas get it. We take our iron supplements very seriously. And then I also picked up this, which is kind of like a Reese's cup, but I don't like peanut butter, so I got almond instead. So that's a little snack for me. And yeah, I take a lot of supplements, as you would have seen this morning with my morning coffee. I put collagen in it. I have noticed a big difference with the collagen coffee. I don't necessarily think you need to take it, but it's hard when I know what the results are. Like, my hair does feel a lot stronger, less falling out, and my nails feel stronger as well. So I do recommend it. And then I also put some lion's mane mushroom in my morning coffee because I'm trying to reduce as much caffeine, so I'm trying to kind of like slowly wind myself out, because coffee is an inflammation, and that's kind of one of the symptoms, is I kind of need to bring down the inflammation side of things. So coffee, I don't think I'll ever cut it out because I love coffee too much, but if I can reduce the amount of coffee, that's going to be a major win. And all this I'm saying, by the way, just talk to your health professional. Obviously I'm, you know, like this with my GP, we're getting there with everything. It's been great, and again I'll talk about it more once I have something, but it's the first time I've really felt listened to by a GP, and it's been great and stuff like that. But as big sisterly advice to you guys, these are not things you absolutely need. Please do not, you know, go out and spend money you don't have just to get supplements because I told you. You know, do your own research, do what works for you, which kind of leads nicely into what the Tuesday videos are about. So your girl is bringing out a podcast. This is kind of like the first time I've really announced it on something. Like, I haven't filmed anything for like TikTok or Instagram in terms of announcing it. I don't even know if I'll announce it on Instagram just because so much of people from work follow me on there. But yeah, I'm bringing out a podcast, guys. This is something, as I said, long time coming. I've been thinking about this for about 4 years. I exclusively listen to podcasts. Like, I love a good podcast for a long drive, commute to work and stuff like that. I really love them, and I listen to a variety of stuff, and I've always wondered, could I do it? But there's always been that sort of like, no, I'm not professional enough to do it or anything like that. And yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna take the plunge, so I'm doing it. So yeah, there'll be an episode out either right after this video or tomorrow, which will be a bit of a preview episode. I'll talk more about the podcast, but it's now getting a bit crowded with people, so I'm gonna put on a different podcast, probably a Bravo podcast, and drive myself to M&S Food Hall, go and do the weekly food shop. Thankfully that's not a lot of food there, and then yeah, I'll chat to you more in the car in terms of like what the podcast is going to be all about. I ended up stopping at this place called Wheaton's in Yorkshire. It's based near Harrogate, and it's kind of like, I pass it along when I'm going to this particular M&S food hall, but it's like, if you imagine what like would be inside my brain as like the perfect place to spend the day, like Wheaton's is it. So it's obviously like a garden centre, but there's a food hall, there's a restaurant. It's just beautiful. I even spotted, like, I think they were setting up for a wedding or showing off a wedding, but if I could do it again, that's where I would do it, because it was just beautiful and stunning. Like, it was just, I didn't need to go in, but I just had to, because it just has everything but on an elevated level. Like the way they present the food, just all the goods. Like, oh, I better never move nearby here, because I'd be here every single weekend, like checking it out and whatnot. I picked up also me saying that I need to stop having coffee, and I picked up a coconut milk iced latte from M&S whilst I was shopping, which is the joys of having a cafe next to the food hall there. It might be the last one of the season, we never know. We never know how long this warm weather is going to last for. But kind of talking about, obviously, you know, bougie food shop and going to places like Wheaton's for just living out your main character life, it leads me nicely to talk about the theme of my new podcast. So my podcast is called Elevated Everyday Living. I'll link everything down below, and then maybe some fancy artwork on your screen right now showing you off, but that is basically it. I always live like I'm the main character in my own film. I've always romanticized my life. I kind of go more into it in the preview episode that will be going out after this. I just figured like I wanted like a really inspirational podcast where it's just your big sister, as they say in the intro, your Nancy Meyer coded big sister, just giving you advice and just inspo and tips, hints and tricks and all that stuff onto, you know, elevating your everyday living. I'm so excited that it's kind of coming out, and I'm so excited that it's on its way to production. It has been a long process to get myself the confidence just to get the equipment so that I could start recording it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a new form of media, and I'm not going to film the podcast episodes just yet, so I'm putting them out on YouTube so that you can play them on YouTube and just have them in the background when you're studying or something like that, or, you know, working from home. I may eventually film them, but for the moment it's just nice that it's a form of media that I can kind of connect with you guys as an audience, where I don't have to worry about, do I look 100% presentable? You know, I can do it at any time of the day, like, you know, late in the night, because I've got time to do it and stuff. So it's been great creating it, because it means like I can just kind of do it when I need to, and I'm excited to join the podcasting world. Everything will be linked down below. Please do go follow, you know, I think it's like, you know, subscribe, comment, do all the things you need to do to boost it, because I'd be very grateful if you could just like push it out there and stuff. But I am so excited just to be getting another form of content to you guys where I can just kind of connect with you. And I know what you guys are going to say in regards to like, you got burnt out from doing too much, why are you adding another thing to your plate? As I kind of mentioned, it's easy form content to create. I love videography and I love playing with the skills, you know, like I studied it at like A-level, but I've really self-taught myself everything. But it is tedious, it's a long process, especially when previously I was making like 40+ minute videos. I'm hoping this one is going to be around the 25 mark, even less hopefully, because I think that's going to be more manageable in the future. But again, like I said, this one I could just have no makeup on and I could blast out a couple of episodes, record them and then edit them as and when I need, and yeah, it's just kind of easy content, and it's just a new way to connect with you guys. I always think kind of like, is my audience like me, but like maybe like my 20-year-old me that's just looking for advice from 30-year-old me and stuff like that. And 20-year-old me also love podcasts and also kind of love consuming media that way. And yeah, I just want to be that kind of like big sister voice in your ear and just kind of giving you hints and tips. And I always say, you know, it's not me telling you what to do. I'm not forcing my opinion on you. I have a phrase that I like to use, which is like, you know, when someone's kind of talking to me about stuff, I always say, do you want to be in your feelings, or do you want a solution? And it basically, do you want to just be in the moment and just complain and me agree with you, or do you want me to actually provide a solution to what you're needing and talking about? And what I like to do is like, I hope this podcast will be a bit of both, where there's going to be some inspirational stuff where you can just be in your feelings and escape from reality and just get that kind of moment that you need in the day just to kind of escape from it all. But I also want to provide like hints and tips on like how you can do certain things and how you can, you know, elevate those little moments in your day to something great. And my idea being like, you know, you may take all the suggestions that I'm giving you, or you may take none. You may actually listen to the podcast and go, actually, I don't want to do it that way. If it helps you go towards your true north, great. I'm never one to say like you'll have to 100% agree with me. Like, we're all different, and that's what's amazing about us. So, you know, if my advice helps you either way, I'm very happy. Once again, I am parked in the middle of like everyone just walking past my car to try and get into Wheaton. So I'm gonna get a sip and then I'm gonna blast some Taylor Swift. Your tail is wagging. It's not to see me, is it? Is your tail wagging? But it's not for mummy. It's for your new toy that you've spotted. And your new toy is a present. Oh, can you sit? Can you give the people a wave? Wave? Oh, he's a very good boy. Hold it. Off you go. You're running away. Guys, I think he likes the toy. Do you like it, Dash? Yeah? I just realised that I never really showed you what I got from Wheaton's in terms of elevating my everyday living. So of course you've been introduced to name pending. In fact, comment down below what we're calling Dash's new pheasant toy. I'm feeling like a Philip or something like that, but let me know your suggestions for his new BFF, which he's absolutely loving right now. I picked up 3 other things. One more thing for Dash, which are these innocent hound treats. They're a bit bougie, they're sort of like everyday treats, but he absolutely loves this one, which is the sliced venison sausage. Just absolutely goes nuts for them, and we use this as like a high reward treat for him. So at the moment, he's looking at me because I'm holding them. So Dash is going through a lot of training at the moment to stop him chasing cards. He is a border collie, so he is a herder, and we've been working with an incredible dog trainer called Focus Dog Training. I'm going to link them down below, because if you're in the local area, they are perfect, and they really get it when it comes to anxious, reactive dogs like Dash. So I will use these for when we go and do a bit of training on how to walk without chasing cards. If you can hear that in the background, that is pending name Pheasant honking away. My goal with his training is to be able to walk to our local coffee shop and back again without him trying to go for the cards and stuff. He's doing incredibly well. In the space of 6 weeks, we've got him from like proper low to the ground going for cards to just kind of a little bit stalking them, but just kind of watching them go by. Huge news and whatnot. And then I picked up 2 little treats for me. I'll go with this first one, which is this. This is Odd Bird. This is alcohol-free white wine. I am really getting into my wines now, particularly the alcohol-free one, because obviously I don't drink, and I'm intrigued by this one. It was quite pricey. I think it was like £17, but it's meant to be really, really nice, and again, anything that allows me to drink and feel like I'm having a nice little kind of bougie drink without taking in alcohol. So I'm intrigued by that, and I will report back on what I think of it. And then my final thing that I picked up is again another alcohol free, but this is a little kind of like mocktail in a can. So this is from, I'm gonna butcher this, Lyres, Lyres. I believe they're local to Yorkshire. I may be completely making that up, but this is like a little like cocktail in a can, Amalfi Spirit, which is apparently a classic spirit invoking invoking notes of bittersweet orange and Mediterranean refreshment. I figured, like, whilst we're going for the last of the autumnal sunshine, this would be perfect. I actually did kind of get a bougie little mini cheese board from M&S and a baby baguette. I'm gonna have a little like smorgasbord tonight because I'm home alone. Once again, my little husband is working hard. Completely hard in our coffee shop, which I do need to update you guys on, but he's been working so hard, so he's left me alone a couple of nights because he's just been an absolute trooper there. But there were my little things, my little elevated moments, and I can't wait to sample them. I guess actually while I'm stood here right now with you guys, I kind of could explain a little bit more about what's going on. This also explains why I kind of disappeared and stuff. If you follow me on any of the socials, you will know what happened, but if this is kind of like brand new information to you, my husband and I opened a second coffee shop. 3 years ago, my husband and I opened up a coffee shop that we co-owned together, but my husband completely runs and I'm just in the background doing head of operations stuff, whilst also working a full-time job and doing all this. But we quickly grew out of our space, and we were probably about something's falling. We were about kind of year and a half, we was kind of having the conversation about we need to go for a bigger space and whatnot. We found somewhere, it is great. We are on the lower ground floor of like a concept store, which is kind of like rental space for beauty and whatnot, and we have serve customers there, but we've got this complete ground floor space, we've got outdoor space, and it's great. I got to live like my Nancy Meyer dreams in terms of decorating it like a la Jane Adler, it's complicated, and I've had so much feedback in terms of how it looks design wise, so I've been very, very happy with that. I didn't film it, I thought about it, but in reality it wasn't like last time where I was kind of solely, that was my job, was building up the shop. I was leaving this to contractors to build, doing a bit of painting, but a lot of it I had to step away because I just didn't have the time to do it. But I did document a little bit over on my other socials, so do go check them out so you can have a look at kind of the befores and afters and whatnot. And of course, if you're in the Leeds city centre, please come and visit. We'd love to have you. We've got so many ideas for the shop because we've got the space now, we can do events. We're thinking of something that we're calling Stitch and Bee, which rhymes with Stitch, in terms of having like a crafty Sunday where people could come and do all their like crafts with some great music, great company and great food and drink. And we're also thinking about other coffee tasting sessions and everything like that. I'll link our website down below. I built it myself. I'm very, very proud of it. You may notice it looks similar to my new website, which is the other news I kind of can talk about with you guys. So I decided again a while ago, I was just waiting for the time, that I wanted to rebuild my website into something a bit more of a conceptual moment. I feel like people think, oh, why would you put so much effort into your website? But I do get a lot of opportunities through my website in terms of kind of collabs and partnerships and whatnot, because I've self-taught myself SEO, which is search engine optimization, so I do kind of like rank high, and I kind of come up, a lot of my traffic to my website is from organic search as well as like kind of referrals from Pinterest and social and whatnot. And yeah, I just wanted to give it kind of a really nice bougie makeover, and a couple of weeks later I did, and it is looking beautiful. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to expand on it more, but yeah, so happy with the way it was going. And obviously I did this kind of at the same time as doing the other one, so they're of a very similar nature, but they're very, very separate. I've rambled on enough here. I'm going to put all these bits away. I need to hang up some washing and pray that it doesn't rain because it just looked cloudy even though it's warm outside. And then I think I'm just going to chuck on some leggings and we'll take a certain little pupster to the woods for some W's. Can't say the word, otherwise he will go a bit crazy. In fact, he's just come and investigate now. Hello, hi. So I am going to pick you guys back up later. As I said, I'm home alone, so I'm going to have like a little introverted night in, putting on some reality TV, making myself a mini cheese board to enjoy, and playing The Sims. We're going to gentrify some neighbourhoods, but yeah, let's crack on with some house chores and dog mum responsibilities before we get to sit down and relax. Wait. Okay. good way. Am I alright with this look? Yeah, I'm sat down. I've got the cheese board, I've got some crisps, I've got this green goddess dip that is impeccable from M&S. Virgin River, I started it from the beginning. And then I'm going to play The Sims. So I'm going to call it a day on this vlog. I do hope you enjoyed this kind of catch up, learning all the new things that are going on and whatnot. It's great to be back. It's really great. It's great chatting to you guys and being back in the swing of things. So I can't wait to create more content and bring it to you guys. I'm going to do all the usuals, like, rate and subscribe. Dash is fully enjoying his new toy in the background. But yes, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, like, comment, do all those things. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in a week or two.